Hey everyone, real quick before we dive into today's video, let me ask you a couple of questions. Do you struggle with your mindset or some of the habits that you have? Or are you currently seeking to learn and grow and getting as much personal development in your life as possible but don't know where to begin? If that sounds like you or someone you know, please send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Or you can email me at chris.mccarthy@genesis2revelations.com. And I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you to see where I can help you. With that, let's jump into today's video.
Hey everybody, what's going on? So today we're going to be diving into anxiety. So what is anxiety, you might ask? Anxiety is an emotion characterized by feeling of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. People with anxiety disorders usually have reoccurring intrusive thoughts or concerns. They may avoid certain situations out of worry. They may also have physical symptoms such as sweating, trembling, dizziness, or a rapid heartbeat. While anxiety can cause distress, it's not always a medical condition. Since the earliest days of humanity, we've had anxiety and fear and all of these other alarms in our body. And they're set off, when we have the approach of danger or predators or all of these different things that used to be after us to kill us. And so these alarms were noticeable in the form of raising our heartbeat, sweating, increased sensitivity to sound, and that fear, that anxiety. The danger caused a rush of adrenalin, a hormone, a chemical messenger in the brain, which in turn triggers the anxious reaction in the process we call fight or flight. Nowadays, we have this happen, but it's with these irrational fears. It's no longer the threat of danger or fear of injury or death. And I say most of the time, because there are times that we do have anxiety and there is a situation where we are in imminent fear of death and other things that may happen in the current situation we're in. But most of the time, it's because we have something that's happening, like anxiety of fearing that, Susan from accounting is not going to like our dress, or our friends are going to make fun of us for the hat we're wearing, and we start to get that anxiety and that fear and that, oh my gosh. So some ways to help with anxiety. There are some self-treatments you can do. You can manage your stress levels, learn to manage potential triggers from stress and other things. You can do relaxation techniques such as meditation and yoga and long baths and breathing exercises. You can exercise to replace the negative thoughts in your brain with positive ones. So when you start to feel all of these, I can't do this, I don't like this, I don't want this, I can't figure out this, start to replace those negative thoughts with I will figure out, I do like, and just kind of replace it. You're not deleting it. You're not trying to remove the anxiety. You're trying to replace it to be more positive. Find a support network. Find friends or family that you can talk to. Find people that will support you and understand that what you're going through and be able to help you with it. And last but not least, exercise. Exercise is a really good way to release chemicals in your brain that trigger positive emotions and feelings. Another way to really help with it is counseling. Now, if you're somebody who feels that they need to have a therapist or look into cognitive behavioral therapy or psychotherapy, do it. Look into it. You can do a combination of these techniques. You can choose one. There's also EMDR. That's another one that's really good. But some of us may need to find a counselor or a coach or somebody to help us. And as a last resort option, I say this because I strongly feel that this should be a absolute last resort, is medication. A person can support anxiety management with several types of medication, excuse me, but I feel like it should be your last option, because too many people go to this first and it causes a lot more problems than it should have if you would have just tried the other ones first. So whereas I think some people it is the only option, I think it should be explored as the last option. There are some things you can do to prevent anxiety or reduce it. Take the following steps to help moderate anxiety is doing reduced intake of caffeine, tea, soda, or chocolate. All of these have caffeine. All of these have sugar. Caffeine doesn't have sugar, but the point is most drinks that have caffeine in it have sugar. Caffeine affects everyone differently. I know my wife, it affects her in a way to where she doesn't like to have caffeine. Me, on the other hand, I could drink a Rockstar and go take a nap. Does not bother me at all, which is really weird. I probably have a high tolerance to it because I do drink a lot of caffeine. Before using over-the-counter medicine or herbal remedies, check with a doctor or pharmacist to see if these may worsen your symptoms of anxiety. Because there are chemicals that interact with certain people, just like I said with medication earlier. Some people, it's an absolute need. Other people, they can not use it at all because it actually may make things worse. Maintain a healthy diet. Diet is one of the best things you can do. Eating the right foods, drinking tons of water, just maintaining that healthy diet will fix a lot of problems internally, in your mind, in your body, and externally as well. Keep a regular sleep pattern. Sleep is very important. If you haven't watched my videos on sleep, I recommend you go watch those. I was somebody who did not maintain a regular sleep pattern, and I see the differences between then and now. Sleep is very important. Avoid alcohol, cannabis, and other recreational drugs. Now, I say this with an asterisk because I'm a strong believer in cannabis. I think it is very helpful. It has a lot of medical properties, and it does help people. If you are somebody who feels heightened anxiety when using cannabis, this is why you should avoid it. Some people, it actually heightens anxiety. It heightens paranoia. It heightens all of these things that they're already trying to reduce. Those are the people that should avoid cannabis. Same with alcohol. Beer, there are studies that show that it has some properties to it. I'm not going to touch on that. Wine has antioxidants and other things in it. I think wine is okay if you have a glass occasionally, like with everything in moderation. The reason why I put the asterisk for that, like I'm telling you, is because I'm not telling you to stop these things. I'm only telling you to avoid them if you notice they're causing anxiety to rise. If it doesn't affect you, continue doing what you're doing. I'm just putting this in there as a way for some of the people to think, maybe that is causing more anxiety. That's all that's for. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got something out of it. What was most useful in this information for you? Really think about it and take a second and understand this information that was presented to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got something out of it. Share it off to a friend who you think could use this information. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.